Welcome back, Battalion. It is another day, but a great day. We've got, whichever direction he's in, ReeKeePea. What's up, ReeKeePea? How are you, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Mark?
Good. What are we going to talk about today? Super exciting. Super exciting.
Yeah, well, we want to take a step back and talk about new players who are coming into the game and starting fresh. Discovering this game, even if it's been like what 6-7 years almost already.
Yes, sir.
Still, new players are discovering the game, and we want to give them a couple of tips and tricks.
Yeah, let's do that. So let's start out with let's go ahead and start with your list, guys. There's a few things we want to talk about. Obviously, if you're starting a brand new account, the best way to do it now. Keep in mind that your crystal income is coming in from fleets and it's coming in from GAC. So your focus is going to be 3v3 is back too, which means in 3v3 you're going to need GLs, and I hate to say it because I'm a bit anti-GL, but you got to go after them now. They're pretty much forcing you to. So, but the key word is what, ReeKeePea? What do you want to do in this game?
You want to have fun.
Absolutely.
Whatever the direction you want to do with this game, either just pick it up for fun, or if you want to focus and put a lot of time into it. Remember to have fun, because the burnout can be real in this game. If you start digging into it very, very deep, it can be very time consuming and very mentally challenging. So make sure you keep it fun.
Yes, and I've got enough mental challenge for all of us out there. So just make sure you have a good time with the guys. Like he said, it is just a game. So let's go ahead and get her started. Starting off, obviously you start at level 1 and you quickly get to level 40. I did a video, guys, 2 years ago on how to perfectly level a brand new account. It's still slightly viable, but because of all the changes, there are a lot of things you're going to want to do different. And like we were talking about earlier, ReeKeePea is taking on potentially the Phoenix. And why the Phoenix?
Yeah, well, the Phoenix is you need the Phoenix team to unlock Thrawn, and at the same time, because they're rebels, you'll be able to use them to unlock Emperor Palpatine. So that's two of the first legendary characters that you can have early on that will improve your game and how you play and how you do the other events as well, right? Thrawn and Emperor Palpatine are still today very important character in the game.
Yes, and Thrawn's got a capital ship, so he's another reason to get that character as well. I try not to take your Phoenix unless you're just a huge fan above Gear 8. You can do, I've got a Go Rate video on how to do the Thrawn event. All you need to do is make sure that you're taking care of mods, which we'll get into in a minute. But the Phoenix are and always will be the team to go through. You just don't want to overinvest in them. But the other thing about the Phoenix is when you go into and you get to level 85, you've got to get through Galactic War. In order to get through Galactic War, you need a good team that can they replenish their bonus to protection and their protection pretty quickly, which allows you to easier get through the Galactic War. I suggest personally Jedi or Bastila Lead, because every battle she refreshes her bonus protection, so they almost can't lose in Galactic War. Bounty Hunters is another good one if you go after Grief, which the game has made it really easy recently to get Grief and Mando and these different characters. So, but the Phoenix are definitely one, and the Phoenix have rebel ships, right? ReeKeePea, ship harder.
Exactly.
Ship harder. Ship harder. So, all right. So what's the next thing on your agenda?
Well, we're talking here about, get the Phoenix to get Thrawn and Palpatine and stuff like that. And I think the key behind that is to focus, right? Do not go left and right. Don't invest into many characters or don't try to have many projects at the same time. Focus. Focus your gear. Focus your credits. Focus your energy on a specific faction or a specific goal, and make sure you keep that goal in mind. This will help you to grow faster and get your characters up faster as well, because credits are hard to get at the beginning of the game, right? You'll spend them very, very quickly. So if you start spending them left and right because you're upgrading all the characters, you won't progress as fast, right? So focus.
Going into this video, I wanted to have something prepared, but I did not unfortunately have time. But they've changed a lot of the characters that you get at the beginning. I know, like, Old Ben was one of them, but the thing where you're going to get your credits early game, for you guys that are brand new, you're going to get it in the events under the credit heist, but the credit heist only comes around every 2 to 4 weeks. You could get anywhere from 2 million to 20 million credits, and then the other place, like we were talking about a second ago, was the Galactic War, but the Galactic War doesn't kick off till, is it level 40, ReeKeePea? If I remember right?
Somewhere around that, yeah.
It's either 40 or 50, so your credit crunch is real till you get to about 1.5 to 2 million. So Another big thing, and I talked about this ReeKeePea offline, is most of the characters now, when you go to farm them, are double shard drop. They were always single drop. When this game first started, you had 8 spins. Now you've only got 5. So when you come down to it, you're gaining shards so fast. I was trying to click to there, but it didn't work. You're gaining shards so fast that you cannot keep up with your mods. You can't keep up with the credit crunch. You can't keep up with the gear. So another reason why you want to focus directly on just one faction and stay focused. And we're going to talk about in a little while where you spend the rest of that energy, and that's going to be shipping harder. That's all I'm going to say. Shipping harder.
Ship.
That's right.
And one last thing I just saw when you clicked on your collection there, to help you focus, use that favorite button. So on each character, there's a little icon. Just right here, favorite. It'll get those characters on the top of your list, so you remember that that's what you're working on, and just invest in those. So definitely a little tip that I think can change how you focus in the game.
Absolutely, just the tip. And you'll see I've got Jawas here, and people are like, why has he got Jawas favorited? Well, actually, I'm after the gear that they're wearing, so to quick get to that gear, I have them favorited. Okay, so like I said, crystal wise, that's going to come out of GAC, and you cannot do GAC until you hit 85, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the other place you're getting it is out of fleet too. So I'm going to go direct in and be a troublemaker because I have created the ship harder movement. I'm going to continue on the ship harder movement. When you get to level 72, guys, you are basically able to start getting Zetas. So it's not even just about shipping harder. You got to get a head start on the Zetas. In order to do that, you've got to have, if I remember right, 1 capital ship being Executrix for sure. And then you've got to have, I think, 5 or 6 ships going in. I don't remember. It's been so long and I can't access it now. But you've got to have 6 ships to go along with him at level 72. And the majority of the community does not have that ready when they get to 72.
Yeah, and Zetas will be key for those new players listening. Zetas will help you improve some abilities on your characters and make them stronger. So definitely Zetas are another key element to that will, if you ship harder, you'll get Zetas harder. If you get Zetas harder, you'll get squad stronger. Squad stronger, ship harder.
ReeKeePea's kind of sitting in the way right here, but you can see right here, guys, this is double drop. This is double drop right here. I love how you're trying to get out of the way. When you're talking about Zetas, because we're getting double drops now, they never increased really the Zeta count, so you're also going to be behind in Zetas. You're going to be behind in Zetas, you're going to be behind in Omegas, so you're going to outrun yourself. So again, take your time, patiently farm one faction, and this is my recommendation. One faction, 5 characters to make a solid team, and 2 ships at all time. All time. If you got enough energy, you might even be able to do 3 ships. I'm telling you, it'd be well worth it. And one of the greatest nodes in the game belongs to Kylo Ren, which I think is on the 3rd node. Where is Kylo? I thought it was on the 3rd. Where's Swgoh Jeopardy? Anyway, Kylo and his ship are on the same node. Did they move it? There he is. He's on 1. Oh, they moved it, ReeKeePea.
They did?
They moved Kylo. When did they move Kylo? What? Okay, we got to pause for a second. Okay, sorry, I'm not losing my mind. He is on 3. I was right. I just missed him. My eyes didn't catch him. Crew and his ship are on the same node. So with the same Cantina energy, you basically could take one of the, in my opinion, possibly the 3rd best ship in the game right now with just Cantina energy. So leading into that, once you start getting your teams built up and you get your Phoenix done, you get your bounty hunters, you got to get some bounty hunters. You need at least 3. And on the bounty hunter node, I want to talk about that too, ReeKeePea, is your Bosk is the best ship in the game. And with that ship, when you farm it, he's also got Jango on that node with him. So that is a guaranteed one you want to farm. You're knocking out a ship and a character at the same time. It's regular yellow energy. So if you can get Bosk, Jango, his ship, then we're good to go. And then one more, maybe Boba. Boba's really easy to farm. You get those 3, you can conquest harder. Easy money. Easy money.
Yep. Yeah, there's a couple of nodes like that with double rewards. That's as you unlock them, as you progress through the game, you'll have access, and they're good to keep track on, and come back to them once you're ready to farm those factions over there.
Indeed. What else can we force? So we can do mods as well. I think it's level 50, if I'm not mistaken. You can start opening mods.
Somewhere around that, yeah. And mods is another thing that, you know, it can change your game. Mods are game changer. Once you understand mods, they're a bit more complicated to, like, especially with a new player. If you're not used to that kind of game, you'll get into mods, you might get lost pretty quickly. But once you understand them, they can change your game absolutely. They'll make everything stronger or faster or hit harder or whatnot, and they can make you win a lot of events and GAC if you put some time into it.
Now, here's the thing about mods, guys, is don't farm this one, the first one. Don't farm the second one, only farm the third one. But the problem there is you've got to have good allies on your list so that you can actually beat the third tier and then start farming these, because these are the drops you get: 2 and 3 dot, 3 and 4 dot. Over here is where you get your 5 dot. The rest of these are going to go in the garbage at some point, so why even bother? Early on, you're going to have to get some of the smaller ones just to put them on characters to get through Galactic Challenge or Galactic Battles. But the more you can go over just to the 5 dot mod, the better off you're going to be. So if you need an ally, look me up. Look me up. I will be happy, if I've got room, to go ahead and put you guys on there, and ask your ally to put a decent character on there. A GL, JKL, they all work really well. So mods are key, and you've got to farm them continually if you're going to succeed in this game. It just makes your life so much easier. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day. That's all you need. What else we got on your list, ReeKeePea?
Well, we sort of touched about it a bit earlier on, right? Crystals. Crystals, if you're not putting money into the game, crystals will help you speed up some of the process. And yes, you'll get crystals from your dailies, but you'll get crystals from GAC, the Grand Arena Championship, once you get to level 85 and you unlock it. And you also get crystals from Fort Mort.
That's fleets, baby, fleets.
Fleets.
That's right. You got to ship harder. 100%. You got to ship harder. And
exactly.
To ReeKeePea's point, that in the early game, when you first start, most people are not shipping harder. My baby account to this day still holds over 10,000 crystals on a regular basis, just because I made sure to stay on top of fleets, and I was always in the top 10, because people are so far behind. Once you get to about 3-4 million, you start seeing the Executor. People start catching up with you. But early game, it's beautiful. And on that note, it also includes you need to get in a good guild, because you've got to be doing light side and dark side TB. The way to get in a good guild as a baby account: do your tickets every day. Make a promise: I will do my tickets every single day, which means you're forcing yourself to do your dailies, which is going to get you free crystals. And then you are going to be able to, basically, as I like to put it, mooch off of the bigger boys by just giving them tickets. That's all you got to do. Give them tickets, do your job. Plain and simple.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There are servers out there on Discord where people are recruiting constantly, and some of those guilds are looking for just ticket makers, people that are bringing in tickets. That's literally all they want.
Yep. Yeah. And crystals, then, once you get your crystals in, it can help you buy some stuff if you want to get quicker, or refresh your energy if you want to do more, farm your characters better as well. So crystals are an important role in the game if you want to help yourself a bit.
A big thing for me is, on a daily basis, I do 3 refreshes on my yellow energy. I do usually 3 on my Cantina energy, and then I most indubitably always do 3 on my mod energy. And sometimes, and with the key one, guys, is the slice of material. When you get later game, I do this 3 to 4 times a week, and then 3 to 4 times a week I actually farm the actual mods. So everybody's got a different strategy the way they do it, but you've got to stick with your mods. But unfortunately, you can't really do much with them until you get probably about 75 or something like that, is when you're going to be regularly have just enough credits to be able to hang with that, because it takes credits to roll mods. So you've got to stay on top of it 100%.
Yeah.
Some of the other little things I want to touch on are being in a guild. You're going to get into a raid, which means you're going to get characters like Kenobi, Han Solo, right? Those come out of the raid. So you've got to be in a guild, a decent guild, to be able to do those as well. Stores, I want to talk about those. Early game, I've been doing this. We've been doing this, what, 6 years? I mean, I obviously haven't played since the beginning, but every single day, you need to farm these 4. That means that requires credits. It's cheap, but you got to farm those 4. Let's see. Let's go over to here. You're going to be getting these from Cantina Energy. There are a few characters, such as Chopper for the Phoenix team, is going to come out of this store, and Zeb comes out of one of these stores as well. If you're going to start off with the Phoenix that we talked about, you can also get Cad Bane. There's Zeb. You can get Cad Bane. You literally, if you do your Galactic War every single day, I think it's like 22 days, you can have a 7-star character. The minute you get a 7-star character, you can go into raids and get full rewards. But you need one 7-star character. So you got to get to that as quickly as possible. One. Let me say it again. One 7-star character to get raids done.
Yep. And again, you know, all those stores, you'll see there's a lot of stores, a lot of different credits to buy all these stuff. Again, in there, don't waste them all. Just don't buy everything just to spend, right?
Exactly.
Focus.
Exactly.
Keep your credit focus. If you're working on the Phoenix, then only buy the Phoenix shard. Don't go buying the other shards yet unless you're focusing on that later on. So
go into horde mode for a little while. Go into horde mode where you can. All right. So, and like, if you're not in a guild, you can't open up the guild store. Another reason to be in a guild. So you 100% need to be in a guild, guys. Galactic Challenges you're gonna have lots of events, but we have like this current Galactic Challenge. It is almost impossible without being full relic to do this one, but it doesn't matter. So I can't show it on this account, but if you get the first box, you still get some rewards and an Omicron, which is Omicrons have changed the game since I've done my last video on this. That's another one as well, the Omicrons. But you can do the Galactic Challenges. You don't have to get the red box. I see a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not going to do the Galactic Challenge." That's trash. That's trash talk. You can still get one box. It says right here, complete with an undersized battle, or just complete the battle. It's not hard. You can get the first, second, third box. You're good. Your money. So don't just give up on it. Let's see if I got anything else on there, ReeKeePea. We got raids, obviously. I talked about that at 7 stars. Guild is important. Stores, crystals. Yeah, that's about it. But the one thing I will say is when you go after the Galactic Legend, I'm going to ask ReeKeePea his opinion in a second, but I think the majority of the community agrees when you go after the Galactic Legend, the easiest, the fastest, and the best GL in the game still to this day is Slacker, aka Crew. All right, he's got a good fleet. He's got a ship. He doesn't have a ship, but the majority of his crew that comes along with him gets a ship and a fleet to go with it. He's amazing, and he can beat any of the GLs.
Yep, no, I agree with that. I mean, what you need to unlock to go to SLKR, it's just like they're good characters. They're good, a good group, right? There's not a lot of wasted characters that you will unlock in there. So it's I agree. SLKR is still to this day, I think, the best GL to farm to start with.
And 4 of these characters come specifically and only out of one of these stores. So another reason to go into horde mode as well, because you're going to have to take them to 7 stars, and it takes a while because those stores have to refresh daily or every 6 hours, depending on what store it is. So, and you guys also have that option in game too. Most of us aren't going to every 6 hours. Most of the stores, some of them are 12 hours, are going to refresh, so you can go back in and see if you can find what you're looking for. So keep that in mind. What else you got, ReeKeePea?
The last thing is, you can put money into the game. Should you or should you not put money is something that's very personal to each person that plays the game. I mean, if you invest money, you'll grow faster. You'll unlock everything faster. But it's a never ending spiral if you start putting into money in this. So be careful.
Yep.
If you can, then sure, go ahead. Personally, I have not, so but it's an option. It's an option, but it can go very fast, very, very fast when you start putting some in.
I put money in, and it takes discipline in order to make sure you're putting it at the right time, the right moment. There's a few times I've had regrets, but to the point I was talking about earlier is when with the double drops now, everything's moving so fast that you will constantly feel like you can't keep up if you're not patient, which means you're just going to start tossing more and more. Oh, I need mods. Oh, I better spend some more money. Oh, I need this. Oh, I better spend some more money. So it can be a debt circle for 100%, especially for anybody who has addiction problems. But I'm already to this game. I play it every day, right? I'm not going to add a gambling addiction on top of it. So I'm very disciplined about where I spend my money. ReeKeePea does not spend his money. I had 4 accounts at one point, and I still only spent it on 1 account, which is ironic. So, but yeah. be careful with that. And if you guys have any questions, comments, put them below, because anybody else watching this video, I'm sure there's a ton you could talk about. I'd love to see what else you guys want to add to this. Some people say, you know, start with troopers. Some people say start with Jedi. You can start wherever you want, but the ReeKeePea starting point in the video, just have fun.
Absolutely.
All right.
And keep it fun.
And that's all we do here in the battalion. In the meantime, just remember, guys, we are one battalion strong.
Battalion strong.
Thank you, guys. Till next time.